guys, it's me, Erica Joy, and I am so pleased to welcome a guest to our show today. Rashawn Harris is with me on the Erica Joy Effect. So welcome, Rashawn.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So excited about the new Erica Joy Effect and just being part of it. I think it's super dope.
Thank you.
And I can't wait for it to really get out there and everybody see what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So let's start with a little bit about you. What is your connection to Charleston, or what brought you to this area of
So
South
my
Carolina?
connection with Charleston is I met my wife back in my hometown when she was finishing up with college at USC Upstate in the nursing field. So I met her in healthcare, and then I remember saying that I wasn't going to move here.
Yes.
And then everything switched and I ended up moving here. So I love it. I've been here now for 15 years and work in healthcare. I also have my own mobile detailing business, and music is my thing. Always have
Absolutely.
loved it from day one. So yeah.
That is so cool. So I met you in a creatives outlet for a
Hmm.
new magazine. We were modeling
Yeah.
together,
Hmm.
and that was just a really fun experience. Tell me a little bit more about your creative side.
So creative. First off, I'm a Leo, so we're very
Oh,
creative.
Leo.
You are?
Yeah, when's your birthday?
August 17th.
My 17th,
Hmm.
I'm the first.
Wow, what are the
Yeah.
odds? What are the odds?
Okay.
But so we're very creative people, and my creativity is just like being able to take something that some people didn't think could work, and you create it to where you make it work, and it becomes something. Um, like when I met you, like modeling, my mom always told me like, "Hey, you should try to do modeling as a young age," and I was like, because I would get feedback from my family members. They're like, "You look like Tyrese Gibson," and they would
Oh,
always say
yes, I
that,
can
right?
see this.
And they would always say that, and I look at life as it's never too late. So when I moved here and got an opportunity to be involved, I was like, let's see what happens.
Absolutely.
So I love to do that. And it's just been a thrill learning the model field and just being creative with other creative people. So
Absolutely. And
yeah,
you never know who you might meet and what can
absolutely.
come from that.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
in terms of your music,
Okay.
I am so thrilled because Rashawn has released some new music recently,
Hmm.
and has some more things to come. And I've seen some performances live
Yeah.
out and about. So,
Hmm.
tell me a little bit how you got to the place you are now musically.
Musically, it's funny because it goes all the way back to like middle school. And
Did you know I taught middle school?
no,
That's why when you said,
no,
I'm like, oh,
yeah.
and it truly, there's so much to be said about just child development. I know you
Hmm.
have a beautiful daughter,
Yeah,
just watching them grow and their personality types, but just knowing that love or being able to feel
absolutely.
something special when you're
Hmm.
creating music or when you're hearing music, even if you just love music like I do, but I'm
Yeah,
not a creator of music, but I
right.
have a great appreciation. So I love that
Absolutely.
it comes. I don't know. I believe it comes from God, but I
Yeah,
love that it
absolutely.
comes
Absolutely.
out through you, and it starts at such a young age. Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt,
No,
but
no,
keep
you're
going.
okay. No,
Okay.
I like it. But I used to always hear one of my cousins, he took a trip up to New York, and we would always just be playing around when he came back. And I was like, how does he put the words together like that? So it made me want to be like, let's see if I can rap a little something. And I
Okay.
just kept trying. And with anything, the more you practice it, you get better at it.
Absolutely.
And after that, I was always more of the R&B type of guy.
Okay.
So back in the day now, if you can remember this, back when we used to purchase CDs, um, you would get a single, but
Yes.
it would come with the instrumental with the song.
Oh,
So
yes.
yeah, so I would put it on my little box in my room and just sit there by myself and write little love songs and stuff like that.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, that is
but
cool.
to shift gears, when I got here, I ran into one of my friends who I knew from back home,
Mhm.
and he was a singer as well. So he was like, dude, let's go to the studio and take it serious. And I was like, okay, sometimes you just need that other, if you can't do it
Yes.
by yourself, you need that other person a little bit where you motivate each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you will always go there if y'all motivating each other.
Right.
And he was like, hey, let's just go into the studio and see what happens. And like ever since that happened, it's just like we've done things that we didn't think we would do as far as performances.
That is so
Yeah,
cool. And you knew him growing up?
growing up, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, and it was just so cool just to know that, like, if you, in anything that you do, if you really take it serious
Hmm.
and take it one day at a time, but if you love it, don't ever stop it.
Yes.
Um, but so yeah, so that's the journey now. I just released a song I wrote in Gatlinburg. I wrote it 2 years ago on Christmas Day. We took a family vacation to Gatlinburg,
Okay.
and I'm just sitting in the mountains, and I'm like, I gotta write something. So the name of the song is "Whiskey in the Tennessee Mountains."
Yes.
It's out now on all platforms. It's under my artist name, August 17th, which August 17th is my birthday.
I did not even
Yeah.
realize that you had a stage name and it was August 17th.
Yeah.
I thank you for
Yeah.
telling me that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
When the sun rises up and the moon comes out, yeah, I'm in the mountains drinking whiskey, Tennessee whiskey.
So tell me about the when you wrote that song, what was the spirit in you?
Oh,
What was it saying? What is the
oh man,
essence of
listen,
that?
it's, I'm infatuated with the beach, but being at an altitude in the mountains and you wake
Yes.
up to this every morning
Mm.
with the jacuzzi on your balcony.
Oh,
So it
goodness.
was always like breakfast, some mimosas or some drinks or something like that. And just had a good time, and it was just refreshing. You get
Yes.
fresher air when you're up in the mountains, and I feel like you can think even clearer, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But other than that, it was just like I have to write something because it was so peaceful. And I seen why a lot of country artists write songs when they're on farms and other land
Nature,
places. Yeah,
sure.
nature.
Mm-hmm.
And it just helped you think, and all I need is an instrumental and I'm good. And
Wow.
I will turn it into something. That's the creative side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like all genres. Anything. Like, all music is great music, but you just have to combine it sometimes.
Right.
And that's what I kind of did with Tennessee whiskey. So it's like you get a little pop, a little country, and a little singy rappy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, yeah.
Very cool. Who would you say, either now or in the past, who have your musical influences been?
Um,
Where do you draw from?
let's see. Growing up, I would always watch BET,
Mm-hmm.
and so I got all R&B. My sound for R&B from a lot of the old R&B singers like Genuine.
Oh gosh, yes.
You had groups like 112. Um, so I would just listen to them. Um, really wasn't listening to too much country at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But then I start liking pop when MTV was out. You know
Right.
how MTV was. But after that, once I got into music and started listening to country sounds, and then I realized I'm like, dude, you like every
Mm-hmm. You just love
music group. You
music.
know what I mean? I
Right.
just love music. And um, one thing that admired me most about country music when I first started listening to it was it all tells a story
Mm-hmm.
and it's a message in it. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Some can be positive messages, some could be negative messages,
Mm-hmm.
but in every music group, it's a story being told.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's something that you can connect to when you
Hmm.
hear it, even if it is a sad story of a breakup. If you're going through a
Yeah.
breakup, you just hold on to
Oh
that
yeah,
in that,
yeah.
in those
Sometimes you
times.
might listen to that song plenty of times that you get over the breakup,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I just love that. What would you say to yourself, looking back in time, to your younger self, about exploring a music career? What would you say to maybe someone who's just interested? Maybe they're thinking about doing something along the same lines as what you're doing.
Okay.
How would you encourage them, or what advice would you give to that
I
person?
would say be yourself for one. And if you are thinking it, like write it down, record it. You know what I mean? Like being different is like one of the best things when it comes to music. That's why you have so many artists from like the UK and London and Paris, and because it's a different sound. Africa. But I would say don't give up. Definitely follow your heart.
Hmm.
Know your potential. That's
And maybe try to, and I think that it could also be a God thing with your friend reconnecting, but try to surround yourself with others who are
right.
going to,
Absolutely.
build you up or explore with you and
Absolutely.
allow you to be
Yeah.
whatever
You have to
are.
you have to have a strong circle, and you have to keep toxic people out of your circle.
How do
And
you do that?
by just separating yourself from the individual. That doesn't mean that you can't be cordial with them, but when you know they're not on that same level,
Yes.
sometimes you have to take off and leave people when you're on your road to success. You know what I mean? Never
I know
forgetting who you
exactly
are.
what you mean. Yes.
Still remaining the same person
Still,
inside. Yeah.
grateful and with
Right,
gratitude
right.
and all of those things.
Absolutely. But it's just believe in yourself and know that nothing happens overnight. And everything is in with time, you know?
Yes.
If it's worth having it's worth like working hard for.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I would just say believe in yourself, stay creative, like and get with people who are not like you with your music. You know what I mean? That way you guys can create something like super great and super powerful. And next thing you know, you're trending.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a different perspective that they might bring.
Absolutely.
Or a sound or an instrument or something you've never heard before and now you've heard it,
Absolutely.
and that's so cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. I love it. I really love it.
All right. Well, one other question I have for you today is how would you define success and how has that definition changed in time?
I would say finding success is first you have to love what you're doing. A lot of people are successful, but I've met people who they make money, but they're not happy
They're
at
miserable.
what they're doing to make the money.
I think most.
Yeah,
Most people.
yeah, yeah, because we have a mindset where it's all about money, but in real life, man, like when you leave out of this world, you can't take any of it with you. So, with me, just being grateful for the small things. Like I was in a fatal car accident in 2018. Rest in peace to my wife, two cousins. But
my
yeah, and it happened on Christmas Day, and we ended up going off the road, and
And you wrote that song on Christmas Day
yeah,
years later, but still.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and so I was the only one to survive out of the car accident. They both were deceased, and you just get a different outlook on life. It's like, you know what, like
Wow.
I won't like take nothing for granted. And one thing I included in my life now is like I don't worry about yesterday because it's gone. I don't worry about tomorrow because it's not promised. So once I wake up in the day that I'm in and I give thanks to God, and I just take off from there. And if it's something that you're doing that you're passionate about, you will eventually get to where you're aiming to go if you're doing something to get there every day. Even if it's like reading, educating yourself about it, because music is more than just sound.
Right.
You have to know it's a business too. So it's good to. I also would say to any musicians, like learn the background of music with the labels and the songs, the royalties, and because it's very important. Everybody thinks you make it and make money, but so another side to it, you have to work for that too.
Right.
Even though you got fronted an advance check. So yeah, just so I just don't take anything for granted, and one day at a time, and be grateful. Like I work in healthcare as well, so it's like when you're not the person on the hospital bed, or you're not having to go into these tests and you're nervous because you don't know the outcomes, you just that gives me everything to be grateful for.
Wow.
So yeah, that's my story, and that's how I would say just that's how you advance in life, just one day at a time. Pray. There's nothing wrong with praying. That's like one of the best things you can do, because prayer changes any events that are negative that you're going through. Yeah.
And it's real.
It's very real. Very real.
Wow. I am so inspired.
Yeah.
I had no
Likewise,
idea.
yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
of course.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the audience before we wrap up?
I think that's it. Just keep a lookout. My Instagram is Rashawn Harris 77. So I'm like dropping little content here and there, just to lead up to the album that's being created. So just keep a lookout, and I will always post and let you know what's going on different platforms. And yeah, so I'm just grateful to be here, and I look forward to everybody hearing me. And keep on following Erica. She has a great thing going, and it only goes up from here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.